What's up, YouTube? Thing is tripping. Everything is delayed, so give me a sec. Just, all right, what's up, you guys? Hopefully, this thing is not still delayed. It keeps playing stuff delayed while I'm trying to get started and do a damn show. Vicken no more is no more. Yes. What be? What up, Aquatech? What up, Monger? Yeah, I had to. Ooh, ooh, I had to talk about this. As soon as I heard, I had to talk about this. I was skimming the article, sitting here in traffic on a Dateline, reading their article about it. And they said some shit that I don't believe, which is some fudge numbers. But like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. $artisanmc or PayPal, or you can hit the super chat. You got a question? Okay. So I was just reading this article because I got wind of it that Victoria Alonso, you know, the one who corrected us on how to say no more, the boy with no love. Well, her ass is gone. Friday night. They put her out on St. Patty's Day. They told a sloucher. It knocked her back like a shot. Woo! Ooh, shit. This got to be a ripple. This has got to be a ripple. Now, if you've been paying attention to what's been happening since Iger came back in them earnings calls, yeah. What is looking like to me, and I'm not an insider. Yeah, no looking Irish for her. Look, I think Iger showed her no more. He showed her no love. Woo, shit. You know that's what that was. You know that was Iger. You know that was Iger came in there and kicked her ass off the boat. Shit. Now look, I'm not laughing about anybody's misfortune, right? I'm not. But I told you guys when I bitched about it when I saw that whole Black Panther purple carpet BS, right? That look at the person who was happy about that shit. It wasn't Kevin Feige. He looked haggard. But the one person that was standing on that carpet happy was Victoria Alonso. And I told you, this was her shit. This was her. This was her shit. That's why I said I wasn't trying to blame it completely on Kevin, because this don't match up. It doesn't match up. And they said it right in the Dateline article that I was reading, how in Iron Man 1, she was just a co-producer. That means she had no power, really. She just did what the fuck they said. But after Avengers, she got a promotion. And then she was an executive producer. And then later on, she was president of some shit. And that's where she started getting more control over these media. And you know the stuff that she produced? Come on, y'all know it. Y'all know it. Look, think of the biggest stinkers you've seen in Marvel so far. Yes, Skillmonger, Phase 4 is all her. Phase 4 no more. That was all her. I told y'all. I fucking told you. Look, this is cannot be the same play. It cannot be the same quarterback. Every fucking one. Wakanda, Love and Blunder, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, She-Hulk. They even got her with Quantum Mania and shit. I'm like, they tried to at least right the ship a little bit. Like, God, every one. You know what you didn't hear them mention on there? Guardians 3, Werewolf by Night, Captain America and the Winter, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You didn't hear them mention anything about her on that shit. But everything they did mention was every one of these motherfuckers that's lost money. Everyone. Phase feminism was her. And they just booted her ass out on St. Patrick's Day, boy. Like, get you some wild Irish rose and some tequila for your soul feelings. Go drink. God damn. Woo! They playing shady over there in the Magic Kingdom right now, boy. They kicking motherfuckers off the Matterhorn. Now, I'm not laughing at her misfortune, but some of this shit she deserved. Some of this she deserved. She pushed for this shit. She was the one pushing for the chicks and pushing for all this sexuality diversity in the movies. Yo, Eternals, anybody? Yo, black lesbian kiss in Black Panther? She was the one pushing for that shit. Namor with his dick removed. Oh, you got a bulge. Oh, get that Tweety bird out of there. Oh no. Can't have a bulge in your shorts. What do you think, you're a man? Huh? The fuck out of here. You gotta be anatomical like a Ken doll. You gotta look like you might have a vagina. Man, look, Aquateki, Disney, it's not Disney. That's the new guard, like doing shit over the weekend. That's the new guard, like doing some shit over the weekend. Look, only people I seen do shit like that is construction work. Get your ass 2 checks on a Friday until you have a good one. Well, work your ass to the bone that Friday, all the way up to the minute. Thanks for doing that work, man. And give you 2 checks. You off the job. Bye. Like, God damn. You could have gave me this shit at noon so I could have left. Nope. I'm going to get a full day's work out of your bitch ass. And then we're going to fire you. Holy shit. Now, why am I laughing about this shit? Because I told y'all it was Victoria Alonso, right? And I think Skillmonger said a little bit way further up. No, Aquateki said, I wonder if KK is feeling this disturbance in the force. KK already feeling the force disturbance. She already know. She already know what her ass is on. I thought Iger was going to come in and save her a little bit. He ain't saved her too much. He saved her for a couple months. He saved her until this Indiana Jones movie come out. But her ass is out the door after that. Gonna let her bow out gracefully on some friendship shit. But I think, look, Victoria Alonso stood in a position to be the KK within the MCU. If you listen to this bullshit about people bitching about Kevin Feige and wanting to try to fire Kevin Feige, who the hell do you think was going to be his heir apparent and his replacement? Victoria Alonso. And she would have been sitting over the MCU. That's why I didn't want to give Kevin that shit. You have to remember, Kevin sits over everything. Everything. Movies, Disney Plus, comics, toys. He sits over all of that shit. Right? He is the man with all the gems in his ring. Right? You know what Victoria Alonso was sitting over? Animation production. Movies. That was her. That's what she was president of. Her and Lewis. Her and Louis. That's what they own. Damn. Title of my show from Sunday, just keep coming back, huh? What you really own? But what they really own was some bullshit, and it's lost the company so much money, her ass got out of it. They outed her. Now, the only thing I'm wondering is Did Kevin Feige throw her under the bus? Did Kevin throw her under the bus like he did his old boss, Perlmutter? Did he throw her under the bus to get that next stone? Did he give her that Gamora tree? Did he give her that Gamora? Sorry, baby girl. I need that stone. I need that stone. I'm wondering if he gave her that Gamora treatment. I'm really wondering. If that bitch, somebody had to give up the Soul Stone. Somebody had to become the Soul Stone. Light for life. What up, Pragmatic P Dubs in the house? So look, I wasn't liking her after the Black Panther thing. Most of this feminine stuff was coming from somewhere. I do not think it's all freaking Kevin Feige. Now, if you remember the interviews that I told you about with Jessica Gal talking about how she got the She-Hulk show, is because she kept giving pitches every year, every project, to Kevin Feige, Victoria Alonso, and Louis D'Esposito. She kept giving them pitches until they finally capitulated and gave her one. And that's what you got with this She-Hulk shit. Now, it seems really strange to me that the person that finally gave you a job in their company will be the one person you start poking fun at in the very show they let you do. Which I told y'all, that didn't seem to make any sense to me. It's like, that don't make any sense. Did he sign off on that? I don't think so. I think that shit was already done. And you saw what came out after the fact. All he said was he didn't see why the robot should wear a baseball cap. So he didn't really sign off on it. It was already done. So who did? Who did sign off on Kevin Feige looking like the joke of that shit? Kevin Feige? Or Victoria? That this big article said about her doing the animation and whatnot, that she came in on Iron Man and that stuff in the big visual effects department, managing that stuff, right? What's been the biggest problem with Marvel recently? In its recent movies, one of the biggest issues? Visual fucking effects. Her wheelhouse. Her shit that she's supposed to be doing. So when you keep hearing all these gripes about all these VFX people overworked and substandard product and all the rest of that shit, who was doing their damn job? Who was doing their job? Who's making sure the quality is up on that shit? Who? It wouldn't be the president of that shit, would it? Where's your second season of What If? Why was it pushed back? That's animation. That puts it in her wheelhouse. Presidente. So what? Visual effects artists overworked, and all you keep hearing about these visual effects artists is that it's a bunch of women now. Well, we don't have enough people. It's like, oh, so who made that pitch? Who made that push? Look, I'm just saying. That is her wheelhouse. Like I told you guys before, ultimately, the blame always comes down onto the person at the top, which is Kevin. But if you understand how corporate works, if they fuck up enough underneath you, they can kick the legs out from under your chair and you get fired before they do. Because the blame always goes to the top first. And as a leader, it's supposed to be bad form on your part to start pointing fingers at the people below you saying they're responsible for the fuck up. You're supposed to fall on your sword. Why do you think Iger left the first time? Everybody else is saying it was COVID and stuff like that. He didn't want to be there for the pandemic. Maybe, but he didn't know how long the pandemic was going to last. But what he did know is that everybody in Star Wars was pissed off at what he and Kathleen Kennedy had put out. And they wanted that bitch gone. And she had that ironclad contract. So he fell on the sword and left her ass there. That's why Chapek was having such a hard time trying to get her bitch ass out of there for 2 years. And when he finally got her over the precipice to kick the chair over the cliff, this nigga jumped back in to save her and save the board. So they don't get somebody in here who want to actually make some money and kick out all the activists, which Victoria Alonso was. She was one of the activists in that shit. And one of them ringleaders and all that shit they got into in Florida. So she must have been working with that executive that Chapek kicked out too, who was the main ringleader of that shit. Another one of her KK's friends. It's been some shaking bake going on over there at the Magic Kingdom, dude. I'm telling you, it's like, woo! So my wondering now is, come on, Wheelhouse. Yeah, Wheelhouse. So my BGS term. Yeah, Iger coming back like the Red Skull Garden of Soulstone. You're right, Skillmonger. You must make a choice, Kevin. You can give up all your power or lose one of your children. The galaxy will breathe peacefully. Look, dude, that's too many fuck-ups on one person's resume. Too many fuck-ups on one person's resume. Major league fuck-ups. What up, package man? No one in the building. Too many major league fuck-ups to the tunes of hundreds of millions. Not only in movies, but on Disney Plus too. Look, that Disney Plus subscription drop is really fucking with Disney right now. It's really fucking with them. Especially with the movies and stuff. That's really fucking them up. Why do you think they cut off the spigot for a minute and stretched out the movies? Because Iger came in there like, adult man, like, hey, no, cut this shit down. We cutting this. All of this is getting cut. And we giving these motherfuckers baking soda. Stretch it out. Stretch it the fuck out. We gonna make a drought in between so they hungry for the next serve. Yeah, you can always make another kid. You ain't always gonna climb back up and get all the stones. Woo, yeah, she was brown and served, boy. Woo. And look, I know what they said about Ant-Man and Quantumania and the numbers and stuff like that. I don't care about that shit necessarily. Quantumania was good to me. I enjoyed it. I had fun watching it. I like seeing Jonathan Majors. I like seeing Ant-Man close out his story. I didn't give a shit about Cassie Lang showing up. I didn't. She has some stupid lines, but I didn't give a shit necessarily. I told y'all what I thought was that there's more women in this motherfucker than men. That's all I said, right? That the ratio for men to women goes up with every Ant-Man movie. First one, it was just him, but by the end, you see chick is coming. The second one, he got to share the byline. He got to share the title with her, Ant-Man and the Wasp, okay? All right, cool. So now she in it. But then by the third one, what do you got? Well, it ain't just Ant-Man and the Wasp. It's Ant-Man, the Wasp, and Little Wasp. Well, stature, Yeah, it's kid, Ant-Man's kid. Yeah, little Ant girl. Every movie they kept throwing in another goddamn woman. It was more women in the shit than men. I couldn't tell whose movie it was. Shit. Should have been called Ant-Man because at least Hank was there involved and shit. Should have had a suit. He could have went giant, and Scott could have went ant size and just been rocking it like that. But that's just me thinking outside the box. This is me outside the box thinking. Right? The mouse walking around like Nino Brown dressed in black. Yeah, look, no one. Apparently, Mickey had took off that glove. Mickey had took off that glove. Went through there, took off the glove and picked up the catalog of the movies, smacking motherfuckers in the face with it. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Mickey don't like losing no money. Mickey don't like being fucked by anybody but Minnie Mouse. Woo, shit. Yeah, so she out the door. Friday was her last day. And I think it came as a shock. This wasn't planned. This was not planned. This was, yeah, we had that paperwork in for a while. We was just waiting for the day. Ouch. Ouch. That's what, work shooters are made of. Like, they didn't know. Like, oh my goodness. So my thinking is, what's the next move? Who's going next? And my thinking would be Lewis is going next. Louis Desposito probably on the bubble. That motherfucker's probably on the bubble. Kevin's probably getting some time to get his house in order by stretching out these shows and shit. But I'm telling you, I didn't think some of those decisions was him because it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't seem like his decision. You got to look at somebody's past track records, right? Like I told you guys with Black Panther. Black Panther 2 don't look shit like Black Panther number 1. It don't seem like it was even the same director. And how you know that is by looking at all the rest of the stuff that, God damn it, now I'm forget his name. Ryan Coogler has done. Fruitvale Station, Creed 2, Black Panther 2. That don't look shit like his style. Nothing like his style. That's somebody taking the wheel. And that somebody who took the wheel was that bitch who was out there trying to correct you about how to say Namor, but you've been saying it longer than her ass has. And putting all this goofy shit into the black folks movie and turned it into Rise of Atlantis. The Talocons. Yeah, it was Latino Pride Day. El Revolution. La Revolution for the last, right? So, the people under him was doing some shit and approving some shit that he was seeing at the last minute. Too late, probably, to do anything about it. Because Kevin Feige ain't in no position like Zaslav where he can say, we ain't putting none of this shit out. He's not in that position. He worked for Disney. He don't own the company. Zaslav owned that bitch. He said no, it meant no. That was the end of it. It's over. What was that? Some of y'all worried about my icy? Yeah. Cherry and Coca-Cola. It was a nice day. I feel like treating myself. So I think Louis Desposito was on the bubble. He might be on the bubble if he could get in line. But he was always shoulder to shoulder with Victoria. So we're going to see. See what Lewis, if he going to get on code. Because I think Kevin ain't about to go down and let that shit go to waste. Kevin Feige ain't worked too long in Hollywood, behind the scenes, seeing the shit get fucked up, to get the opportunity to be at Marvel and become a powerful executive in his own right, and he about to give that shit up for some goofy motherfucker underneath him. What up, Ray? Hama Force. Yeah, always mix it up. Icy wise, you always mix it up. I don't think he's going down that easy. I think he will kick them motherfuckers off before he go down. Oh no. But it should, as Aquatech was asking, it should signal something for KK. That the activist is going. The activist is getting the boot. Now, even though Iger is still the biggest activist, he has to make that company, he has to turn that company around and make it some money. Because his departure was public, just like his reemergence was public. He has to turn the company around. That's the company line. His ass back to bring it back to profitability. He has to, fuck or walk. He got to bring it back to some money. He got to be the truffle hound for the cash for Disney. He has to. And I don't think he about to sully his name anymore by letting these goofy motherfuckers keep doing what they're doing and him sitting by watching it. Oh no. Hell no. So, yeah, this is probably just, to massage your feelings to get you to understand what's happening, that yes, Disney will fire a bitch. They will now. Because before then, the board wasn't giving Chapek that kind of stroke. They were still behind the scenes kind of influenced by Iger. So he wasn't getting that kind of stroke. But Iger, apparently, he got all the stroke, nigga. He got the daddy long stroke. He got an executive out of there on a Friday, nigga. Go home. Woo, shit. That's a cook right there, man. He made us some tamales and sent their ass home for tacos. Oh my God. So I'm not celebrating the fact that she got left. And my thought, I hear that, and I'm thinking, you forgot one. You forgot one. Thank you, but you forgot one. There's a 2-pack over there. But it just lets you know how the game is played with these folks, especially corporate-wise. All that shit, all that diversity, woman and lesbian and all that shit, Latina, that didn't save your ass. That did not save your ass. Your ass went before that bitch did, and she had lost him a shitload more money. Marvel is a new cinematic franchise that makes money. Star Wars was a guaranteed money maker. I don't know if y'all could look it up. I can't look it up while I'm driving, but I believe they paid more for Star Wars. Disney and Iger paid more for Star Wars than they did for the MCU. And she been losing them fucking dump trucks of money. So just understand, you can't pull the same shit that bitch was pulling. You will go before her. You will go before her. So hopefully this signals that Disney is cleaning house. Because all of those divisions, I went over it with you guys before. MCU, Star Wars, Pixar, some of that other shit, all losing money, all with these woke activists in there, putting this goofy ass sexual shit into Disney products, thinking that's what just needs to be there. Getting the call, Chapek on the carpet, and have him listening to them bitching and whining. And he couldn't do shit about it because the board wasn't backing. Now what? Motherfuckers getting ejected. Ejectocito, cuz. Now, I say this. I'd be really surprised where she goes next. I would be. And if by some hook and a crook, in the moons to come, in the many moons to come, if she doesn't end up with KK somewhere, I would really be surprised. I would really be surprised. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean to say, I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised because they all got to congeal somewhere. Because you know them motherfuckers is toxic going anywhere else. Toxic. Look, do you think James Gunn is going to turn around and give her ass a job? You think she going to turn around like KK and talk about she going to start making her own studio? No, she ain't married to no Frank Marshall, as far as I know. She ain't married to one of them kind of dug into Hollywood types. I don't think so. So I'll be really surprised where she lands next. No, I'd be really curious to see where she lands next. But she got caught flat-footed. Like they swam up behind her and detonated one of them water bombs, one of them water balloons, and blew her ass out the window like Ramunda. But that's it. That's all I want to say on that shit. Victoria is gone. And she ain't the wicked witch that we really want. She ain't the wicked witch we really want. But she a sister. You know, her Latino sister. You know. You got one of them. Got one of them. Now I just got to get the other one with the flying monkeys. So, man, whew, I expect to see some changes over at Marvel now. You think, folks? I think there will be some changes over at Marvel. It better be, because, look, Phase 5 got to fuck or walk. And you may not like the harsh language, but that's what the hell it means. It means to fuck or walk. MCU is going to rise or die on Phase 5. It is. And I would say more so, if it makes it out of Phase 5, it's Phase 6. Just for moves like this, I think people will hang around to see what else happens in Phase 5. I think they'll hang around for Phase 5. But Phase 6, you got to bring it. Like she told you your dick was weak and your Cialis and your Viagra ain't shit. You better take a cocktail and get in there and punish it. Finish her. That's what that means. That's what that means. It's like, woo, Marvel got to do something drastic. Drastic. And kicking out Victoria Alonso, second in charge, is like, woo, shit. I only worked for one company I seen moves like that made. And that was because them agents was not about to lose their company over no dumbasses being in middle management. No way. They fired them. Sent them back down to the AAA. Get your bags on. You're no longer a supervisor. You are now a regular worker. Get out this company truck and get your ass to work. I've seen one company do that I've worked for. One. In 20-something years. Yeah, Skillmonger. Look, that was last week before Iger came in, and look, he put the hold up, wait a minute on all that shit. All of it got stretched out. Everything got bumped. Shit, they bumped the fucking Marvels into my birthday month. I'm like, I don't want to see that shit in November. Ugh. Fucking up my birthday month with that garbage ass movie for. Look, I was telling BGS and Dr. T this today. I just want to see Tiana Parrish. I just want to see Tiana Parrish in her new costume. That's it. That's all. Do that solid for me. Release a screenshot of what a costume looked like. Let me see the back. Let me see the sides. That's all I need. And Amon Villani, she cute, but she young. She cute. I wait to see her when she grow up. Other than that, I don't want to see no goddamn Brie Larson. Come on, man. I'm not interested in this shit. I'm waiting. I want to see Tiana Parrish, Iman Vellani, and Rogue show up in that shit. Just so I can see that Carol Danvers go into a coma. That's it. Get her out the picture. And then, after like 2 or 3 years, you could bring her out of the coma and be a completely different actress. And I'd be fine. Then you can give me Warbird. And I'd be cool. I'd be Gucci. But no, I want Brie Larson ass out of here. I know Disney tired of her. She was making all that stink over there in Star Wars because she was smelling herself after her asterisk $1 billion movie over in the MCU. And now she's so fucking toxic they can't keep her name on the damn movie. And now they're trying to finish that piece of shit. And she giving them trouble over in the MCU again. Like they can't get rid of this motherfucker quick enough. This movie can't come out soon enough for them. I'm sure. I am so sure. This movie cannot come out soon enough for them to cut bait with this chick. Throw her on an anchor and drop her down to the Jolly Roger. I'm serious. She giving him hell over there with her demands. Hell. And you got these goofy ass writers writing this garbage ass shit. It is gonna be a serious shakeup over there. For real. For real. Serious breakup to makeup. So they're gonna have to fuck a walk. Or we're gonna have to bring it. But that shit is gonna be curtains, Muggsy. Gonna be done for them. Yeah, she was smelling herself. You know she was. Come on, man. I don't know about y'all, but I know a few white girls who be thinking highly of themselves. She got a big. You see how she talked in those fucking interviews, just showing up in an Avengers movie. Them motherfuckers couldn't stand her. Listen to how she was talking then. Oscar winner, Brie Larson. I'm like, Oscar? I'm like, what fucking movie did she win an Oscar for? That's like saying Jennifer Lawrence won an Oscar. I was like, what movie did she have her tits out in? What are you talking about? What movie was that? I must have missed it. Must have been one of them artsy fartsy movies. You know, those ones that nobody sees, but it wins a bunch of awards. Because you like people at the time. Was on the right couch. So, yeah, I don't know what she won an Oscar for, but that's what they was kissing her ass for. They need to stop that shit. Because Mahershala Ali won an Oscar too. You know what he did with his Oscar win and notoriety? Came to them and told him he wanted to do Blade, and they jumped to it. You know what else that Oscar brought him? The ability to tell the motherfuckers, I don't like this script, and I'm walking off this movie unless you fix it. And they got their ass to business and got a new writer and start crafting a new story for that movie for him. And get to say yay or nay on what he'd like in the script or not. If he don't like it, he send it back to him. They ain't filming shit until he sign off on it. Dragging his nuts. And he should, from the Bay. From the Bay. Just like Ryan Coogler. So, yeah, come on, man. Did she won an Oscar for just existing? A lot of them do. A lot of them do. Point to the non-blonde chick in Hollywood that's won a bunch of awards. Point to her. That's like standard affair. They make a new one of those motherfuckers every year. Every year it's the new blonde starlet. They just keep recycling them. Well, Skillmonger, they said some chick, the article I was reading last night, can't remember the woman's name, is that she's supposed to be in the Marvels playing some villain, but they didn't say what her character's name was, and I'm reading the shit that said, I don't know what the chick looks like because I don't know who she is, but I'm like, she should be playing Rogue. Tell me she's playing Rogue and I'll be happy. Tell me she's playing Rogue and I'll be happy. Because Rogue showed up in X-Men as a villain first. She didn't show up as a hero first. She showed up as a villain. Let Rogue show up as a villain and put them healing hands on Carol Danvers and get her the fuck out of there. I like Carol Danvers' character. I do not like Brie Larson's Carol Danvers. I don't. I don't. And I've told y'all since the first movie, I'm just waiting on Rogue to show up so I can get a coma out of this chick. I need her comatose for a while. Cause she fucking the character up for me. I ain't even interested in that Captain Marvel. Being powerful, being none of that shit. No. Please no. If you really want to be special, if you really want to be special, do this. And this just goes out to Marvel. This is me spitballing an idea for y'all. See where else you hear it. You might not hear it anywhere, but let's just see. If Rogue shows up in the Marvels as a villain, and somewhere in that movie, she gets to put the hands on Carol Danvers and comatose her ass and take her powers, and now we have her in the MCU. You leave Carol Danvers, the character, sleep, comatose for a couple years, maybe 2 or 3, and then bring her back. But when you bring her back, you recast her with a new person. I would take Katie O'Brien to be the new Carol Danvers. I'd take that one. How's that for you? How's that for your fucking diversity? I'll take her. Because at least she's muscular. And at least she got an ass. And at least she can actually fight. Why the fuck not? And she ain't that hard to fucking look at. She a lesbian, but whatever. She like the same thing I do. Whatever. It is what it is. You already had her in the MCU and Star Wars. You know Disney like keeping people on the payroll. Just move them around. Move her ass back to the MCU. She ain't got to come back as that character in the microverse, in the quantum universe. She don't have to come back as that character. We ain't going back down there, right? So that character will live a long life, never being seen again. And she had makeup on. This time she can come in as just herself, wearing the Captain Marvel costume. A bunch of years removed from Quantumania. So nobody actually remember, oh, wasn't that the chick that was down there in the quantum realm? Nobody remember that shit. Cast her. And get rid of Brie Larson. I need Brie gone. I need Brie to be out like a breeze, like a fart. Fart in the car when the window rolled down. I need it to be gone. That'd be helpful. That would help you revitalize that whole franchise. It would. And if you play nice with Sony and they introduce a decent Spider-Woman, you can get that crossover friendship with her and Carol, which would be fun. To have another Spider character in the MCU that can show up from time to time. Maybe she can even be on the Avengers. Imagine that. Maybe Rogue is the secret weapon in the film. Rogue was the secret weapon for Mystique. If you watched the X-Men cartoon from '92 and they did Rogue's origin, the origin that they did in there was Mystique was Rogue's adopted mother after she ran away. And Mystique was going to steal something off of this plane, and she knew Ms. Marvel was going to show up. So she used Rogue as a weapon against Ms. Marvel and told her to keep holding on. And that's why Rogue permanently absorbed her powers and put Ms. Marvel into a fucking coma for years till she woke up. But Rogue still had the powers. She still had them. So she was a weapon. She was there specifically for that reason. So they can use that storyline. They can use that storyline. It works because then you get a twofer. You get Mystique, a new Mystique, and Rogue at the same time. It could be a whole Vag Fest movie. I don't give a fuck. As long as Brie Larson is done in the MCU after that movie, I don't care. It also makes another setup introducing the X-Men. Yeah, all of this stuff in Phase 5 should be introducing X-Men. Should be introducing X-Men characters because they've already introduced almost all of the Young Avengers. They already did that. So it's only, what, 2 of them left? I mean, if you count how Patriot was kind of introduced, he's there, so you know who he is. But they just need Hulkling, and that's about it. And you can get Hulkling out of a Secret Invasion very easy. Very easy. If they do it, you can get him. So they just missing one person. Everybody else is already there. Everybody else is already there. It's time to start wheeling out these X-Men. You already know Wolverine is coming because you got Deadpool 3 coming. So we need to get on the stick. You already saw Charles in Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, right? You already saw Charles. That's the lead X-Men. That's Mr. X, right? You getting Wolverine. Who's the next popular X-Men? Who's the next popular X-Men? Scott? People really like Rogue. Rogue and Gambit. People really like Rogue and Gambit. But that's one of the things that's always good about the X-Men. The X-Men always had couples. You know, husbands and wives. That traditional shit. Like Scott and Jean. Just saying. Just saying. That's what made the X-Men fun. Because you knew the X-Men fucked. The X-Men fucked. They had girlfriends and shit like that. Like Scott had a whole what you would consider an affair with another chick, Madeline Pryor, thinking it was G. And she took their baby and ran away like it was some Maury shit. Oh shit! Storm and Cyclops. Yeah, everybody want to see a storm, but where would you want to see a storm? They fucked up by not introducing Storm in a Black Panther movie. Now they have to try to get you interested in possibly ever seeing a Black Panther 3 to try to introduce a Storm there with a whole different T'Challa. It could happen. You could write it. I'm thinking of it just right now. You could write it as this young T'Challa in Africa learning the ways of his father and running across this little street rat, this little street urchin of Aurora. You could have it. But they're going to have to age up a whole hell of a lot in one movie because I don't know about you. I'm not interested in the young Storm. I want grown Storm. I want me a grown-ass woman Storm. I really do. And if Angela Bassett wasn't already, so old, I would still pick Angela Bassett to be Storm because at least I know her body would be tight and sexy looking. And lips on her. Toya know what I'm talking about. Proud black woman lips. Look like the guy will kiss your whole face at one time. Yeah, that could happen. That could still happen. If they give Ryan Coogler another go and step the fuck out the way, because Victoria Alonso is, we know it ain't going to be none of that shit anymore. He can rewrite that whole shit. He can reset that whole Black Panther shit. He can. He can. I believe in him that he could do that. In one movie, he could reset that whole shit. But they would have to give him another chance to do that show, to do Black Panther. He would have to want to do it, which I think, given how the last movie was received, I think he would want to come back and just make that right. You don't leave that stain on your name like that. No fucking way. That is not gonna be my last entrance into Black Panther. Fuck that. I think if you give him another shot on Black Panther 3, he will bring the butts to the seat. He will bring the butts to the seat. Because he gonna go in there and go ham. For real. Yeah, X-Men is a low-key soap opera. Yeah, X-Men was always a low-key soap opera. Before they got too involved with your X ability is having sex. The X means sex and men. Like, fucking hell, dude. But yeah, I could see a young T'Challa marrying a young Storm or being with a young Storm. But how would that play with a whole Wolverine showing up? Because if you got Storm, you got Wolverine. Sooner or later, they won't Storm with a mohawk, and they won't Storm fucking with Wolverine. Sooner or later. Sooner or later. When T'Challa met young Storm, she was past the urchin stage into the goddess worshipped by Africa stage. You're right about that. You're right, Rainfire. You are right. You are right. That's after the fact. So it could happen. We already seen Toussaint. He was like 10 or something like that. They can age him up a lot in the next couple of years before you see him again. He could be a whole fucking grown man. Or at least in his 20s, to where you can get a 20-year-old Storm. But knowing Storm's history, she still got a fade. Well, she was a kid when she met Gambit, if I remember correctly. But yeah, it could happen. But in terms of popular X-Men, you got Professor, you got Wolverine coming, Storm. They missed an opportunity. They're gonna have to wait for that one to swing back around. It was right in Africa. Just saying. So it could happen, but with Victoria gone, I'm waiting to see how this I think that feminine push in Marvel will fucking stop. I really do think the suppository will be pulled out. I really do. Um, so yeah. Yeah, like Dr. Tiasan always says, just do the shit. The fans will be happy. Exactly. Look, they already just doing shit that the fans don't even like and didn't even ask for. Why don't you do some shit that they would really look forward to? It sounds like that's what Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman on. They trying to really give you some stuff that they think the fans will really enjoy. That's what Dwayne Johnson was on. That's what The Rock was on. We're trying to do Black Adam. He was trying to do something that the fans would really enjoy. Fans enjoyed it. Critics hated it. Critics hated it. So that's the toss-up. People want to see, in a high school sense, or elementary sense, people want to see the biggest dude on the playground yard get his ass kicked. They do. Marvel's been a big dog for a while. They got a lot of people talking shit about them, about their products, about what they put out, and people want to see them fall. They do. They want to see God bleed. They do. So don't be surprised if anybody is not lining up to sing your fucking praises right now. They want to see you fall. They do. Because all these companies that got these, activist chicks involved in that driver's seat, and they not producing anything for the actual fucking fans of this shit, are the ones that's losing these companies billions of dollars. And they cannot absorb that. That money is not coming back. That money is gone. You can't keep giving chicks like this the credit card and just letting them run amok with the shit. No. Money has to be made to put it back in there. And this is what you're seeing. They're acting like spoiled chicks with daddy's credit card in Cancun for the weekend, just fucking off money. And if the shit don't make nothing, they're like, well, it's all them. They charge too much for the drinks. No, bitch. The money has to be made. You ain't making this shit. So they have to do something, but it's past Victoria's problem to worry about. I can tell you that much. So I'm actually happy about that. Marvel might actually change a bit. I'm serious. It might actually change. Um, Wolverine was running through Jean and Storm. Something about his feral nature attracting women. Even Squirrel Girl got knocked down. Look, her name is Squirrel Girl. You know she was getting fucked. Think of it this way. Wolverine is masculine. That's why. Wolverine is an unapologetic masculine man. The motherfucker hairy and everything. And he's short. But he don't take no shit off of nobody. He got love for the younger students and stuff like that. He'll even train them. But you is not about to be up there telling him what the fuck to do. You are not going to be talking to him crazy. He is not for that shit. His temper. There's one thing that you've never seen attached to Wolverine, and it's toxic masculinity. But Wolverine is hella masculine. That's why dudes love Wolverine, because Wolverine will go at it with anybody. Anybody. The fucking Hulk? Wolverine ain't packing the powers of Thor, but he'll get there and fight with the Hulk. Pissed off. Wolverine is that masculine dude. Always is. He's one of the only X-Men that Charles talked to with that respect. He didn't teach him shit. He didn't teach him nothing. He just tried to help that nigga out a little bit. But they talk like equals. Because he owed his shit. He wasn't no student. He was there. That was the bouncer, nigga. That was the bouncer. Yeah. The gym teacher. Take your ass in the gym and beat the shit out of you. The best he is at what he does. And what he does is not pretty. Cutting people up ain't never been pretty. Shit, that's why. Unapologetically masculine. No. So yeah, chicks can't help but be attracted to that shit. Why you think Jean was ping-ponging between, finger cuffing it between Scott and Wolverine? She couldn't resist Wolverine too long. Yeah, she loves Scott. They've been together a long time. Proximity, like BGS talk about all the time. Proximity. They've been there. But when Wolverine walked in with all that feral charm and senses and smelling you and shit, the fuck you mean? I smelled you a week ago, Jean. Like, what are you talking about? Oh, your pheromones are telling me you like this shit, girl. What? Stop it, Logan. Stop it. And Storm, you know what it was? The cold don't bother Wolverine. He got a healing factor. There ain't shit she can do to him that's probably gonna hurt him. And he's full of adamantium. Got the hardest shit going. Probably got 4 claws. You just didn't know where the other one was. It wasn't nice to, let it out. But Wolverine don't have no problem with snatching no chick. And you see how hard he go. Fucking Yuriko Death Strike. She turned into a whole cyborg to still come after his ass forever. Forever. She turned into a whole cyborg after Wolverine gave her a piece. Pissed for life. Still want it though. She still want that shit. Who's the other one? Viper? Look. Patch was a motherfucker. He was a player. You like Joe Fixit? I like Patch too. And him fucking around in Madripoor, don't think he was just sitting there being celibate. He wasn't no monk. Wolverine is not a monk. He is not a monk. You saw Daken pop up, right? You saw Daken pop up, right? Okay, somebody got it. Somebody got it. And Logan gave it to her. Gave her that bestial fury, that berserker rage. Yes. Look, he can't even be Mr. Woodcock. He got adamantium in his shit. Unbreakable. You can't be that masculine and tell some chick something like that. Like, yeah, my bones are laced with adamantium. Really? Adamantium? I heard that's unbreakable. That's what they say. Let's find out. Come on. What? You have a healing factor? What does that mean? It means I don't get tired like normal people and my stamina is like the superhuman levels. Really now? So you can go raw for hours. Yes. Come on over here, Logan. Bring your ass in here. Ain't nothing like a little fur ball that can go ham on you for like 4 hours and have his muscles never produce that oxytocin or nothing like that. So he get tired. That motherfucker just still in there with the fury, like an Energizer bunny. 4 hours later, berserker, growling shit. I don't know what kind of chicks you know, but things happen to chicks when you get to growling in their ear and shit like that and grabbing them rough. Oh my God. Shit, Splash Mountain. That's why Storm was attractive. Yeah, he be in there putting in that work, nigga. He be in there putting in that work. Berserker rage. What is big as a baby arm and harder than that mansion? Look, even if he had a little dick, his fisting game is on point. His finger bang game is ridiculous. Shit, they can get on him and just take turns riding. Like, oh my God. Stop it. Stop it. I need what you got. I need what you got. Oh shit, yeah, Joe Dixon. But I don't know. Rick Jones. What did he say? Wifed up, fixes ex stepdaddy season for sure. Yeah, so what? I mean, it's Rick Jones, nigga. It's Rick Jones. That's like Terry Fitzgerald marrying Wanda after Al died. So fucking what? Yeah. Thank you. I'm fine with that. Look, nigga, if I'm dead, you my boy. You my homeboy, my ace. You my ace. I die in some tragic way. You wife up my ex? Thank you. Dumb motherfucker that don't know shit about me and don't respect me. She gonna be grieving. Okay, give her a little, nigga. You already know her. Y'all can grieve together and still respect me. Rick Jones getting Joe Fix's leftovers is like, if he was there at the same time or got it a day later, does it matter? They still boys. Yeah, okay, fine. Eskimo style. Pass that bitch like the nachos. The stepdaddy season for real. Yeah, this is homeboy. I mean, Terry Fitzgerald was stepdaddy. No, he wasn't stepdaddy. Cyan was his kid. Because he did get her pregnant. He did get Wanda pregnant. He wasn't wasting no time in cementing his place in that pussy. If he got the adamantium rod, he got to change his name to Raccoon. Canadian. Got that sounding rod. case you trapped in the snow, pull it out for you and see how deep it was. That's why he likes Storm. Anyway, let me get out of here. I gave y'all an hour and I'm having too much fun joking about fucking comic book characters having sex. But Wolverine is that picture of masculinity. Maybe you can get that in a Ryan Reynolds movie. They don't make him too goofy and be pulling off the little gay jokes that they was pulling off with Colossus. No layer of meaning is given for busting a nut. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, Squirrel Girl. No one, you are not shit. You're not shit. Yeah, he busted a nut fucking with Squirrel Girl. Because nobody beat Squirrel Girl, the unbeatable. She beat everybody once. Does anybody want to compare the Hulk in the bed? No, nigga. They will never be the same again. He just walked in that shit. Just walked in there. She had some reconstructive surgery or something. Or he did it as Banner. I don't fucking know. Hulk should never have a chick. Unless she's another Hulk chick, like Red Hulk. When Betty got turned into Red Hulk, I was like, perfect. Cool. Now I can get a piece. She can take it. Good job. Never claimed to be. That is a moniker somebody else puts on you. It's a badge of achievement. All right, but I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. Thank you for listening to my bullshit. Ding dong, one of the witches is dead. Let's see if they can get the other one sometime soon. Hopefully before November, she's supposed to be out of there because that's when this in new Indiana Jones is supposed to come out this summer. So by November, KK's supposed to be gone. Let's see if they can hold to that shit. Just waiting to see. I will be happy when it happens. I can tell you that much. But I'm just, got on my Gendo Ikari, fingers laced, just watching the board. Like, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So, thank you guys for coming through. I've been Artisan MC, and you have just heard a geek speak. Catch y'all next time. Peace. Rainfire, she slept with a dude with a gamma irradiated penis. Of course she got cancer.